Hello guys, hope everybody's doing well. Been working on some rolling stock. I like to check all my couplers, check all my wheels, weight, change the numbers on some cars before they ever go on the layout. So I've been working on these and I really like them weathered up before they ever hit the tracks. So I've been weathering some cars, and here's a small string that I've gotten weathered and pretty much ready to go. The only thing I like doing on them is cleaning the wheels real good before I actually start running them. And I even did this SD60, Athearn SD60, weathered it up, decoder, sound, all that good stuff in it. And I really like them scale sound speakers. They're wonderful. This is my first install on the scale sound speakers. I recommend them highly. Has a soundtracks decoder in it with a current keeper. Very nice. Also, I like them Rapido tank cars I have. It's my first Rapido cars. Very nice car. Here's a string of cars that haven't been weathered yet. Change the number on some of these cars. Too shiny and new. I mentioned the Rapido cars that I really like. I'm going to order some more. And Proto, Walther's cars, Mainline and Proto have been very good cars. So is most all the Athearn cars that I've got, and of course Atlas has been good, but I've been having this little problem with Intermountain here lately. I just wanted to show you this. I've gotten 4 tank cars that look like this. Look at all this on this car. Things are mounted crooked. The steps are bent. And I have 4 tank cars such as this that's come from Intermountain that's look like this. And this is in a recent order that I got. And actually a couple orders ago I got some tank cars that look like this. So they've got something wrong with their quality control to be receiving junk like this. I'm very disappointed in Intermountain. Used to get pretty nice cars from them, but this is ridiculous. Look at this. How this gets by the quality control, I don't know. Everything's mounted on crooked. It's ridiculous, especially the price you pay for this stuff these days. Also, shout out to Scale Trains. All their equipment that I've got from them has been very nice too. But this is very disappointing. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have been having this problem with Intermountain. Well, I try to spend a lot of time on my rolling stock before it ever goes on the track. And anyway, I paint all the, airbrush all the couplers, rust them up. This little rig I have here for airbrushing them. And I file down all the knuckles to make them nice and smooth. Do a lot of filing on them. Make sure the knuckles are smooth. Try to get rid of the ridges. And before I put them on, before I put the couplers on, I usually drop them in a little bottle of graphite. I have this little container of graphite, as you can see. And before I install it, I drop the coupler in there, shake it around a little bit, and then pull the coupler back out with a magnet and then install it, knock off the excess graphite. Helps them to function good, and that gets all the graphite into the knuckle area, so they freely couple together much easier. And if you have a little bit of graphite on the end of the knuckle there, when they bump each other, they slide together really nice. I use a combination of these acrylic paints, dry brushing, dabbing on, what have you, for my weathering. I even put some of these paints here in an airbrush by diluting it down with a little bit of water and alcohol. Get the right consistency, and it'll airbrush pretty good for weathering, for doing splattering mud on the bottom of rail cars, dust and dirt, and all that good stuff. But these paints are pretty nice, and they're cheap to use and easy to work with. If you don't like what you've done, you can take some water and rub them right back off. Start over. The important thing on weathering is layering, and then a light dull coat over the top of the finished product to help hold these acrylic paints on. I don't like using chalks because once you dull coat it, it becomes transparent. You can't even see it. So I never use chalks. I've tried them before. I don't care for them. This car, for instance, is done with a combination of airbrush, dry brush, dabbing some paint on, and also some washes. I think it gives a pretty good effect. Looks fine to me. It's actually not quite finished. Gotta still put some dull coat on it. Put a new number on this car also. Well, anyway, once the cars are all weathered, all checked out, and I clean the wheels, I'll connect them up to an engine and roll them around the track, all different directions, through all turnouts and everything. Make sure they perform properly before I leave them on the railroad. So I think that's about it for today.